Coming up on Around Town, it's all hands on deck for this Riverside dock project.
One thing you gotta worry about in these waters are the hammerheads.
And the net we've brought isn't for catching fish, it's for keeping out birds. This is Around Town with Town & Country Pest Solutions.
We're out in Grand Island, New York today for another bird netting install, but got something a little different in terms of location. Let's go check it out.
Having bird troubles is very common for waterfront properties. A variety of bird species depend on rivers for food, water, and habitat sources. Adding man-made structures into the mix, like this dock overhang, provides unintended shelter for freeloaders. In this case, the best option is to install Bird B Gone patented bird netting on the underside of the structure. This heavy-duty polyethylene bird netting is flame-resistant, rot-proof, and guaranteed for up to 10 years.
Basically, this net's gonna withstand anything Mother Nature's gonna throw its way and keep the birds out. Seems as good as time as any to remind you, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.
Unlike the wooden frame of a carport featured in a previous episode, attaching the hardware to the steel structure of this overhang requires a specialty tool that packs a punch.
The guys have already been installing some of the hardware along the steel beam. They're using a powder actuated fastening tool. It's just a fancy way of saying it's gonna help us get right through this tough steel. So they've run all the hardware, they've run the cable, now they're just installing the turnbuckle so that way it's nice and tight for the net to be attached to.
With that logistical challenge handled, the team then came up with a clever solution to optimize the amount of netting material on hand.
One of the tricky things here about this structure is, in general, the geometry. Inside, we're limited by the actual steel beams, so we have to get crafty with how we cut our net length. By taking out this center rectangle, we have to angle it at the very edge of our netting. Therefore, the inside's taken out. Then, for our actual netting, we're left with an L shape to then divvy up the rest of the outside. So what that'll end up looking like, 2 long lengths, 2 short lengths to handle the outside.
Putting that strategy to work, it was time to attach the first section of netting.
So the trick here with this install, especially over this large gap with water, is helping them out, giving them enough tension so that way they can install the netting right along the cabling so that way it's nice and square, because they want to use the factory edge first and then make their cut.
On this installation specifically, and any other pest problem that comes our way, working through logistical challenges is a cornerstone of the Town & Country service. With the right tools and years of expertise, you can count on us for high quality results.
Well, that just about wraps it up for us. Guys are gonna finish up this netting install, make sure this homeowner doesn't have to worry about birds again. If you're dealing with birds, give us a call. We're ready to help. Anyway, I'm Matt Miller. We'll see you at the next job. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to make sure all of our content gets right in your feed from Town & Country Pest Solutions.